All right, good call outs. I think that should have fixed it. Am I audible now? Okay, yeah, sorry about that. All right. We'll run that from the top again. Once ago, hello everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing great. I mentioned Quackers and Cheese. I've been seeing you around quite a bit, so it's great to see you back for another today in Global Hack Week, day 3, right? Um, hello. Just throwing up all the hellos up on the screen. Um, Yoga Ratham asked, I think, where are you from? I am based out of Texas, actually. So right now, I'm running on 1 hour less of sleep than I normally would be because daylight savings times hit uh, today, actually, in the morning. So I think it was around 2 a.m., which skipped to 3 a.m. So that's always a fun time. Going to get 1 more hour of sunlight every day. So I love that. Um, All right, yes, I'm finally audible now. Hello. Hello. Um, DST, yes, we are now in DST instead of uh whatever the alternative is. But yeah, so now we get 1 more hour extra of daylight and we love that. Okay, awesome. So we can honestly jump right into it. Today is day 3 of Global Hack Week. Thank you all so much for being here. I know it might be really early where some of you are all, or very late where some of you all are at. Um, so it is great that you all joined. So, really quickly, just a quick introduction about myself. My name is Abdullah. I'm a coach at Major League Hacking. I play a lot of tennis and volleyball, and I'm super excited for day 3 of Global Hack Week Cloud. And hopefully you all are too. All right. All right, I'm seeing Silver Acid in the comments as well. I've been seeing him around at a lot of the streams, so it's great to see you here again. Um, so yesterday was a very fun day, right? We had a lot going on, and hopefully you all were able to catch a lot of these streams as well. The first thing we did was training and deploying an AI model in the cloud, and that was actually led by yours truly, right? This little trippy. I'm in both of these screens, but that was really fun. We used the MNest dataset to sort of write our own AI model and then run it in um, the cloud, and then we tested other like GPU cloud providers as well, and really just compared maybe the efficiency or how fast everything ran. So that was a really great stream. I had a fun time. Hopefully, I don't know, I'm seeing some familiar names in the chat, so hopefully you all also had a good time there as well. All right, we also, oops, jumping on there, decoded serverless computing with Stefan from MLH, and that was very fun. Did a lot of serverless computing work. Um, I wasn't able to catch this specific stream, but hopefully some of y'all were there and learned a lot more about serverless computing than you would have if you hadn't joined. So that was also really fun. We also kicked off the IoT systems track with Jocelyn. So I think we had part 1 of the IoT systems track, and you can see over here there was some really cool just Arduino emulator, and we were just building some simple Arduino IoT systems. And then I think it is a multi-part series, so I believe part 2 or part 3 will be happening later today. It still does, I think, need to be rescheduled. So that was also a great time, right? We also started learning Kubernetes with Stefan, and Kubernetes again, super important, especially if you're going into industry. I know I work with it a lot at my current job, so if you do want to learn something that is very relevant to industry, Kubernetes is a great place to start, and Stefan absolutely crushed that stream. We also built a Discord bot on AWS. I think it was using AWS Lambda functions as well. And we did that with Quinn. For me, that was very late last night. But hopefully some of you all were able to also join in on that. And If not, the recordings are all up on YouTube, so I highly recommend checking those out as well. All right. So that was it for yesterday. For whatever is going on today, you can always go to Global Hack Week. That's ghw.mlh.io slash schedule. And I will just put that actually in the chat so you all have that link right there. ghw.mlh.io/schedule. And that is a great resource that'll tell you everything that's happening today and in general, everything that is happening this week. And honestly, it's a great resource. I usually use it to add all these events to my calendar. So it's a great way of looking ahead, seeing what sort of streams I'm interested in, which ones I want to join, and then maybe adding them to my Google Calendar so that it sets me accountable for actually joining. All right. Silver Acid, looks like you were at the IoT workshop. That is awesome. Really fascinating. Highly recommend catching part two, even if you're mostly interested in software. Absolutely. I also was planning on joining, right? I think I might join some of the future streams as well. I am also really interested in Arduino work. I have like a few Raspberry Pis like sitting around me right now on my desk, and I do need to connect those to something. So I was planning on getting a few Arduinos myself just to start working with, more IoT related stuff. So that is great. And then Linux said, yes, I attended morning. I believe that was in reference to Quinn's stream. That is great. And then Jideo said, I am interested in the Kubernetes stream. So if you're interested in any of the streams that already happened previously, I recommend going to the Major League Hacking YouTube channel and you can go to their streams. Let me actually put that in the chat um, right here. So this one the Kubernetes stream did already happen. This was one that happened yesterday. Um, but if you go to this link right here, you can see all the previous streams, and I believe that happened. How many streams before this current one was that? Um, that was about 3 streams before this. So definitely recommend you check that out. And you can, again, just go to this link right here, youtube.com/Major League Hacking/streams, and you should have all the previous live streams available to you at your fingertips right there. So if you find something else that also catches your eye, you can go back and view another one of the videos. All right. So for today, we have first off, all right, at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. ET, not EST anymore, or 10:30 p.m. IST, we have making better hacks faster with GitHub Copilot with Cecilia, and this is actually a really, really helpful workshop. I've ran this workshop a couple times myself, and this is great if, especially if you want some AI code editing helper. So a helper basically in your editor that's helping you write code. Super useful. If you are a student, you do get GitHub Copilot for free. Normally, I think it's around $100 a year. So this is obviously a great way to, first of all, get access to it for free, and then you will be able to learn a lot more over there as well. Uh, Next up, we have UT at 2 p.m. ET or 11:30 p.m. IST, building a Chrome extension part 4. So I believe this is the last part in the building a Chrome extension series. Again, this was a great series. You were all able to build a Chrome extension. And honestly, by the end, you should have something that's good enough to where you can actually try and get it published on the Chrome App Store. I do actually have, I think, a couple of extensions published on there. So it is actually a pretty easy process, or a surprisingly easy process. I think they do charge around like $5, $10 or something for a developer account. And then once you have that, then it goes through a review process. And once it passes that review process, then your Chrome extension gets approved for the Chrome web app store. So again, something super exciting and something to keep in mind for today. Next up, we have Jocelyn helping you all build your first AI SaaS Part 1. That'll be at 4 p.m. ET or 1:30 a.m. IST. And this is going to be really interesting stream, right? You all know how AI works. And if you all ever wanted to make money off of it, right, the easiest way to make money is software as a service. Super easy to scale, right? You don't need to worry about manufacturing, anything like that that you might have to if you were making physical goods. So if you wanted to, create some AI powered software as a service, I think this is a great way to start, or just get into any sort of software business in general. Uh, I know Jocelyn will kill that, and that will be today at 4 p.m. ET, or again at 1:30 a.m. IST. So I hope to see you all a lot of people there. We are then going to be joined by Stefan again, doing Cloud Storage and Databases 101, and that'll be at 6 p.m. ET, or 3:30 a.m. for folks in India. And there you're going to learn how to store, manage, and access data efficiently using cloud solutions. And again, this is also an absolutely critical sort of something absolutely critical to know for any work that you might want to do in industry, because almost every company now uses some sort of cloud storage, and every company does use some sort of database, right? The simplicity or complexity of it might be different, but this is absolutely going to be an important stream. And this is all 101, so again, super beginner friendly, and should be very easy to get your hands on. Then we're going to have Bully running an intro to Linux, also a very, very important stream for industry, right? So you'll be collecting a lot of very useful sort of skills just from today alone, actually. That'll be today at 8 p.m. ET, or 5:30 a.m. IST, and you'll be getting familiar with the basics of Linux. So a lot of like Linux commands, maybe how Linux works, the different distros, things of that sort. So this is a great place to start out if you don't really know how Linux works right now, or if you are more interested in learning more. All right. Then we're going to have a mini event. It is very important to take breaks, right? There's a lot of technical events before this. So we are going to have a quick mini event. That'll be the Gartic phone mini event. And that'll be at 5 a.m. ET, or 2:30 p.m. IST, with a Zeman. And again, it is always great to take a break from hacking. So highly recommend you all add this one to your calendars. Okay. And then we'll have another fun event, which is going to be Wikipedia races with Way. And this is always a really fun event, right? The way this sort of works is you click through a bunch of Wikipedia articles, you try to get from one topic to the other as quickly as possible. That'll be at 6 a.m. ET, or 3:30 p.m. IST. And highly recommend you all go there. Way is amazing. Definitely show up to that. I will try to show up, but it'll be very, very early for me. So unlikely, but you never know. Then we'll have another introduction to Kubernetes. This is going to be part two. So you had our 101, and now we're having part two. So that'll be at 10 a.m. ET, or 7:30 p.m. IST. And again, slightly more advanced information as far as container orchestration, how Kubernetes manages deployments, scalings, things of that sort. So the 101 already happened. If you weren't able to catch that, I highly do recommend watching the first stream on YouTube and then going into this stream. Although this stream, even if you do join completely fresh, it should be okay. You should be able to pick up on everything relatively quickly. I know Stefan's great at explaining things. And then right after that, we're going to have our next Today in Global Hack Week, also run by Stefan, and that'll be tomorrow at 12 p.m. ET, or 9:30 p.m. IST, where you will learn all about day 4 of Global Hack Week. So again, it's going to be a ton of fun, right? Very action-packed day today, and hopefully everyone's as excited for day 3 as I am. Okay, now there's a good number of comments. Let me get to all of these. Yeah, so again, there are several Kubernetes streams. So we had one that was yesterday, and then we have another one that will be happening later today, and that will be the part 2. Another question, when is the CI/CD stream? That will be on Monday. So you'll learn about that on day 4 of Global Hack Week. And that will be later then. So I do recommend checking out the calendar. Again, the schedule was sent in the chat earlier, so you can take a look at that, and that should tell you when the CI/CD stream is. Okay. UT is going all the way to part 6. Okay, yeah. So I think I called it a little early. Yeah, it looks like UT is going maybe to around part 6. I'll need to double check that. But yeah, we're having part 4 today, then you might have another 2 or so parts later on. And by then, I think you'd have spent around 12 hours on building a Chrome extension. So it should be very, very exciting and completely fleshed out, right? It should be a very good intro to just building a project and seeing it go from one end of just like ideation to maybe seeing it up on the web store. Who knows? All right. Yeah, Stephen really he really is great with any sort of general intro knowledge stream. Again, breaks it down to super simple, right? Very easy to understand um, parts. Yeah, so part 2 will be happening later today. Part 1 did happen yesterday. So again, if you didn't catch part 1, I recommend checking out the stream for that. Otherwise, stay tuned for part 2. Okay. That is about it for what is going to be going on later today. I do ask for you all to give your feedback, right? We do want to make Global Hack Weeks even better. Global Hack Weeks are not possible without you all, right? So we want to do whatever you find most useful. So if you all can, I highly, highly recommend you um, send your feedback, right, in this link right here. It's pretty simple, mlh.link/GHW feedback. And that helps us make Global Hack Weeks better for you and serve you better, right? Maybe there's some stream topics that you're interested in seeing. Maybe there's something you enjoyed a lot and you might want to see more of. So if there is anything of that sort, please do put that in the feedback form so that we can better serve you all. And now it's just time for open Q&A. I know there were some questions that were sent earlier, but again, if anyone has any questions, now really is the time to answer them. Otherwise, I'll just be hanging out over here and hopefully talking to you all in the chat for a bit. And if there isn't anything else, then we can wrap it up early. All right. Once again, a lot of exciting things going on today. All right. Anyone have a favorite, something that they really want to check out for today? If you do put that in the chat, the one stream that you're most excited for, or the streams that you're most excited for. Okay, so we have a question from Quackers and Cheese. Do I know who's doing the Firebase stream tomorrow? I can check really quickly. It should be on the schedule. If not, then I can see. So that I'm assuming that means day 4. Tomorrow, the introduction to Firebase. I am not sure. I'm not seeing it immediately. I can do a little bit more digging for that. That's what I'm going to do. Week. And let's see who is doing the Firebase. That will be run by Alberto. So Alberto is going to be running the Firebase stream tomorrow. And that will be tomorrow at 9:00 p.m. Central Time, or 12 a.m. EDT. Mm, Oh, I believe that's just written incorrectly over here. Okay, so that's yeah. That will be run by Alberto. All right, we have someone really excited for the Kubernetes stream. I love that. That is awesome. Again, something super important, especially in industry to know. We have one question here from Ale Guy. If we already had the GitHub Student Developer Pack and submitted it for the challenge last Global Hack Week, can you do it again? I'm not sure if you can submit having a student or a new student developer pack for this one, but see if the rules allow you to submit a student developer pack that you already have. So if you are able to do that, then it's perfectly fine. I do recommend checking out the rules for that just to make sure. And you can always ask in the Global Hack Week Discord channel for Cloud Week, and you should be able to get a more accurate answer there. Good question. Crackers and Cheese said, I want to see what they have to say in the Linux stream. Yeah, absolutely. I think Linux is really, it's interesting. It has a lot of quirks, right? There's like some commands that you type in and you have like a train that's going across the screen, or you have like a cow that's mooing for some reason. So there's a lot of interesting little quirks in Linux, or a lot of little nuggets, right, that you can find here and there. So yeah, the Linux stream should be very interesting. Yeah, I think you'll learn a lot. I know there was, I think, one Linux package that is essentially it's like the entire Star Wars movie, one of the Star Wars movies, but it's all in like ASCII, so it's like you can watch the full movie. It'll just be in like really bad quality, obviously, but you'll be able to tell what's going on at a very high level. Somebody converted the entire movie, and I just think that's really interesting. Ilya, I said, looking forward to the cloud storage and databases stream. I set up my first web server for a few days ago and trying to play around with it. That's awesome. Yeah. I think this should be something that is very useful for that, especially again, if you are trying to do anything web related. Storage and databases are always going to be used, I think, regardless of what you're doing, where you're doing it, right? So definitely a very, very important stream, and one that I highly recommend everyone go to. So Quackers and Cheese said for the GitHub developer pack, you can just select "Can I get it" in the type form and say you already have it, and you'll get credit towards swag. Yeah. So if you already have the student GitHub developer pack, you should be good to go. Um, but once again, do clarify that in the rules. If that is something there, then you should be perfectly fine. So the Linux stream, again, I would say you should go to the schedule, and then if you add it to your calendar, you'll get it in your own local time, or you should be able to see it in your own local time. But the intro to Linux, again, will be happening at 7 o'clock p.m. CT, I believe, 7 p.m. CT. That's Central Time. Let's go to there. Intro to Linux is 5:30 a.m. IST, or 8 p.m. ET. Yes. Okay. All right, awesome. Looks like we have a lot of people excited for the other, oops, the streams that are going on today. I do again want to call your attention to the two mini events that we have, right? The Gartic phone and the Wikipedia races. Definitely go to those, right? Those are always fun. It's always great to take a break from hacking, and you do check into those as well, so you can get points. Okay. Um, I'm not seeing any other comments coming in. So I think we can call it there. But once again, all right, thank you all so much for tuning in for today in Global Hack Week, day 3. All right, and I will hopefully see you all at one of the later streams. All right, thank you all for coming, and I'll see you all there. Bye bye.